Hi everyone, welcome back. In our last video, we explored image processing with OpenCV. But what if we want to work with videos from our system or in real time? Well, today we are diving into capturing and processing of videos with OpenCV from our system and with webcam. Let's get started. The first thing we are going to do is to capture and process the video which we have on our system, and that happens to be this. So this is actually a video, and we are going to capture and process this video. Thereafter, we'll work on real-time video, which will be from our webcam. So to do that, you need to open new terminal. And if you do not have OpenCV installed on your system, I would recommend you install it or watch the previous video on how we began this playlist or this tutorial. So you can do pip install OpenCV-Python. So I already have it on my system, and I believe by now you must have installed that. So what we're going to do is to create a new file called video.py, and we'll import our OpenCV, which is CV2. And the next thing to do is to say that video is equal to cv2.video capture. And the file name is birds.mp4. So that's the file we want to capture and also process. And what do we do next? We would say that rate is equals to true. Why is rate equal to true? So that we'll be able to use it in our conditional statement, in our while loop. So only when the rate is false, that's when the while loop will actually end, and we'll end the program. So I'm going to say that while rate, whenever rate is true, and also we'll get rate and frame from our video dot read property. So basically that's how we read the video properties, and what we need to do is to actually, now we've processed the video, is to visualize the video. So in order to visualize, do not forget we use imshow. So what we are showing is basically the frames, and this actually runs in milliseconds. So we'd say the name is still frame, and over here we could call it frame. You can call it any name you want, but we'll still stick to the frame over here. And what we need to do is the conditional statements. If you could remember, in our previous video I discussed about the aspect of which we can actually end the program using a desired key we want. For now we're going to use q key, which is officially used, and also using the documentation. Q simply means quit. You can use any key you want. So I'll say that if cv2 dot wait key, now the wait key is actually waiting. For how long should it wait? Well, for now we can just say it should wait. You can use 40. So we'll say and oxff equal to ord and q over here. So whenever we hit on the q key, this while loop should end, this program should end. So that's it. Use your break over here, and I would say that video dot release, that we are done with the video. We said, oh, please kindly release all the properties which you actually initialized or you processed previously or in the process of running this. So I'm going to say that cv2 dot destroy all windows. Please help us close all the windows that you actually open in the course of this. So that's it. You can see the video has been captured and it's actually being processed and visualized. So the next thing we're going to do is to make it work on real time by using our webcam. So to do that, let me quit by hitting on the Q key. So I'm going to create a new file called webcam.py, and I'm going to import cv2. And the next thing I'm going to say, I'll say that webcam is equal to cv2 still video capture. That's what you're going to use. But now I have just one camera on my system, so I'm going to say 0. If I had more than one camera, I would have chosen the camera that I actually want. But since I have only one camera, I'm going to take the first one, which is using 0. And the next thing I'm going to do is to say that while, now we no longer have to use the right, because we'll always get when the webcam is true unless we quit. So we say that while webcam is open, that our webcam is still open. Whenever it's closed, do not run this loop or just end this while loop. So I would say rate and frame is equal to webcam.read. Do not forget the read property is what we actually use to read. cv2.imshow to actually visualize what we are actually reading. I would say frame over here, and I'll also say that if cv2.wait key of 40 and oxff equal to ord, and that's q. Please break the loop whenever we hit on the q key, and I'll say webcam.release and I also say that cv2.destroy all windows, and that's it. So let's run our code and see how it goes. And yeah, it actually works. So you've seen how you can actually turn on your camera with OpenCV. It's really simple. With just few lines of code, you can actually achieve this. So I would want you to play along with it. Nevertheless, I'm still going to do one thing, which is I think what I'm going to do is to convert this video to grayscale. You can actually flip it. Like I showed in the previous video, you can flip this video. For me, I'm going to convert it to grayscale, and that's it. It's very simple. So just play along with it. The more you play with it, the more you do, the more you write the code, the more you learn new techniques and you get familiarized with this concept and patterns of OpenCV. So that's it. So let's do it. So I'm going to say that my gray frame is equal to cv2.cvt color. So that's how we convert color. Do not worry. In our subsequent video in this playlist, I'm going to explain to you what we mean by color spaces and how we can convert from one color to another color. But for now, just know that we are going to convert our frame, which is actually BGR. So BGR is what we get from the frame. Whenever you're running webcam, whatever you get from webcam, the image you got from webcam is BGR. BGR means blue, green, and red. We also have what we call BGRA, which is blue, green, red, and alpha. Those are different channels in OpenCV. As we progress in this video or in this course in the playlist, I'll keep on explaining them to you, and with time you'll get to understand it. So it's just little by little we'll get there. Just understand this little aspect. As we continue, we'll explain more and more. So I'm going to say frame. I'm going to say cv2 dot color or caps lock color BGR. Since BGR is what we get from webcam, I'll say BGR to gray. So BGR to gray, and that's what I'm going to say. So sorry about that. I'm not supposed to put this over here. Let me close this gap, and I'll take my visualization down here, and I'll say instead of frame, give me gray frame. Sorry about that. That was a typo error. So I will say gray frame, and let's see if we're gonna get gray out of video, and let's see. So you see now we have gotten gray. So I want you to take this as an exercise. In the previous video, I showed you how to flip. So I want you to flip this video. If you flip this video, if you observe this path over here will move on to the side, while the side flip it left to right, left to right, left right. Do not flip it up down, just flip it left to right. So that's that. So that's the end of this. I believe you enjoyed this. That's it. You've now learned how to capture and process videos from your system and from webcam with OpenCV in real time. In the next video, we'll explore advanced techniques like edge detections and so on and so forth. If you found this useful, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. See you next.